Hi, everyone, on this most glorious, special day, Easter Day. So, to begin, let's say Easter Sunday is commemorated as the resurrection of the Christ into, let's say, heaven, if you will, into ascension, and into immortality. Yeah. Yes, that's correct. Thank you. So this one is titled Preparation, and there is no war in heaven. So I want to expand upon that a little bit, at least, because it is so important. What I would say is that the flashpoint, rapture, ascension is essentially all the same thing. And what I will also say is that preparation is important equally for whatever perspective that you have and whatever that would look like to you. So in the Great Awakening, what occurs is that there is a purification process within each individual known as doing the inner work, purifying the self of the actions and deeds of the past that might have, let's say, not been so virtuous. We could quickly say if one lied in the past, then they no longer lie once they are awakened and make those choices of purification and alignment, and of course to do everything virtuous. So with this, there is no wars in heaven for the simple reason that the energetics of war does not exist in a place of eternal peace and in the heaven scenario. And it cannot exist there. It's repelled out. Now, many things in the Bible give you the metaphorical perspective, and it's important to know how to read it as well as one progresses in their spirituality, in their purity. The consciousness begins to gain higher perspectives, and its ability to discern the Bible and to understand exactly what it's saying. But not only the Bible itself, prophecies, other, let's say, faith beliefs, things that were written in other faiths. It's all very important. And hear the beautiful birds and the beautiful rooster. So, nevertheless, where there is no war in heaven, I'll begin there because it's so important for ones to know that if you're down here preparing yourself for, let's say, the heaven on earth scenario, and if you're supporting aggression, a war, or military, that focus and attention and support by you is not in alignment with a flashpoint, a rapture, or ascension, for the simple thing it doesn't exist, even in the fifth dimensional world. Whatever way you wish to think about it, it doesn't exist there. So that means it's got to be let go by each individual that's going forward. It's got to be let go of here because it becomes an anchor. So you cannot support war. Well, war is not divine, if you will. And especially without going into it, what's been occurring in the last few years with many innocent women and children, if you will, dying as a result of wars. And it's absolutely not acceptable. It's not part of one's purity, and it cannot be. And every one in a military that supports this and continues with it, it is their own self-judgment. It is their own condemnation for supporting and doing something like this. So, nevertheless, I really don't wish to get into any part of the politics, geopolitics, and the actual sick world that everyone is currently in. I wish to speak about the importance of the preparation. So again, part of that preparation is to not condone nor accept nor support war in any fashion whatsoever. It is the opposite of peace. So for all of those divine ones, you need to align your focus with peace, not war, and not to support any part of that. And again, it's if you support it, that's what you create, the reality you create for you to stay in. And there are two main realities. One is that suffering, war, everything in what you would call hell, because that's the hell that supports it. Heaven is the totally opposite of peace, harmony, love, joy, abundance, freedoms, and all of these good things. And it is coming here to earth. The heaven on earth is coming. And with that heaven on earth, it can occur in the blink of an eye. It can occur with a flashpoint, a rapture, the ascension. And what occurs with that is that creation resides on energy, and what occurs with it is those that are purified exist in this new heaven on earth, and those that have not done their inner work and prepared, they do not exist in that realm. So many realms exist at the same time, if you will, to keep this as most simple for everyone, meaning that you will be on, those purified will be on a version of earth where there is no war, there is no chaos, there is no suffering, there are no deceptive actions, while who's ever left, that, if you will, stays behind, they stay behind in a hell world that continues to go on for about 55 years or perhaps less of a destruction, a very fearful situation, a survival situation, and it eventually destroys that version of earth. So it's each one's choices what they do in this now, but again, it is so important to purify oneself and to be aligned with what you're doing. At the moment that you come to realize that you advance above you being a god or a goddess, and realize that you're actually just a small part of God connected to the external God, then it becomes the importance for one to purify and prepare themselves to go to that better place, that better reality. And with with Jesus Christ in the Olivet Discourse that he had said on known also as the Sermon of the Mount, what he said shortly before he was crucified. In this great time, he used at least one parable, the parable of the 10 virgins. And this is a very important metaphorical parable as well, and it speaks about just when that flashpoint occurs, when that ascension occurs, when that rapture occurs, just what occurs prior to that, but what occurs at the moment. And within the parable of the 10 virgins, typically, there are 5 virgins that are there ready for the flashpoint. There's actually 10 virgins, but 5 virgins have kept their lamps pure, and the oil filled, and have kept their lamps, their being, pure and purified and ready. They had done the inner work. They have kept themselves purified, ready for the flashpoint, also known as the coming of Christ, the second coming, whichever way you wish to, whatever label you wish to put on it. Again, it is all the same thing. So getting back to the parable, is what you have is at that time what occurs is 5 of the virgins become lazy. They don't keep their oil filled. They don't remain purified, meaning that they perhaps waver away from their purification, and they began to practice or focus on and support things in the hell world. While the other 5, they remain purified and intact and focused on that and prepared for that new world. So in that parable, what occurs is that the Christ does come. He comes at midnight, when no one knew he was coming. And of course, with this, I'll add in that no one knows the hour, only God, Father God, Prime Creator himself. And that's why it's so important for everyone to practice the virtues and the purity constantly, because that is the energetic preparation. And each one judges theirself by their actions and their deeds there. So it's not for another to judge someone, because again, they judge themselves. So it's actually a simple process. They judge themselves by what they support, how they are, and those type of things. So I'm keeping this as simple as possible as I go along, but maintaining the point of this. Because of these times we are in, we are very close to what you may call a flashpoint, rapture, ascension. And by being very close, perhaps about 3 weeks ago, Father God, Prime Creator, asked me to put out the post to tell everyone to be prepared. We're getting very close. And that preparation was any, let's say, final touch-ups, get your focus, your thoughts in alignment with what everything that is good, instead of the chaos and those things that are playing out in the war. Distance yourself from those things. You don't wish to have supporting war, military, the killing of innocent children, and women that are all part of that theme, you don't want that energetic support a part of you, because it becomes part of your own self-judgment. When you're supporting these insidious evil things, then what you're doing is aligning yourself with that reality. And you don't want to do that. And you do have the remnants of darkness that are here, that again are the masters of deception. They will, even say so much things as, oh, the war's just a movie, nothing going on there, it's just a movie. To also trick ones into thinking that it has to happen, that many has to be killed by others to make something happen. And this is a lot of the deception as well. And it's psychopathic and it's insane, but these are tactics of the darkness that they always used. I'm smoking organic tobacco, to let ones know. And so don't smoke. I don't suggest for anyone to smoke the chemical cigarettes. This is again organic tobacco, so it's purified, it's good. Many indigenous peoples, if you will, have ceremonial tobacco, and the effects of that at, let's say, connecting with spirit or what have you. But again, I won't go into that. So on this great day of Easter, again, the message is be prepared, be conscientious of what you support in your consciousness and in your being. And it's so important to be the beacon of what you support, and that is the truth, what is virtuous, what is right, what is just, what is love, what is peace, what is joy, what is harmony, what is equality and abundance for all. So we have the New World Heaven on Earth template. It's already here on Earth, being ratified by the good people, if you will. More and more every day are ratifying it as they become aware of what it is, and they make their choices and become aligned with it and share it with as many other good souls worldwide. And there's other things in the Bible, like what is mentioned in this great time, let's say during the rapture, the ascension, the flashpoint. There's also mentioned that one will stay and one will go, as a representation of what occurs in this time, where two can be in the field, and one will go and one will stay. When you look at those numbers, that's 50% will go forward, 50% will not. But that number changes over time. It changes in this great time because of the individual choices that ones have, and of course of making the higher choices. And my girl's coming, I believe, for her carrot. She's coming over. I'll turn this around. Hey girl, I think you're coming for your breakfast. You want a carrot, huh? All right, let's see what we can do. Just hold on. One moment. All right. There we go, girl. Yeah, there's your There you are at your breakfast. Yeah, it looks like you were having a nice mud bath rolling around on this beautiful day out here with all the birds. We got Mia having a rest. Peanuts for the birds. There you are. You say hi again, or... Great. Thank you for joining us. So there we go. That is Pearl. Her name is Pearl. So she may be a black horse, if you will, but we turn her to pearlescent, pearly white. So, let's see, just recapping if I covered. I wanted to keep this short. It's fine, girl. Love. Communication between Mia and Pearl. Yeah. So I believe I might have covered everything here, other than saying everyone be prepared. The great day of justice is very close, as I've said before. And the way this works is that you can wake up in a totally different world in the blink of an eye. So it's important to remain vigilant of your actions, your deeds. Keep as pure as you can, and it's important that you do so. And yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. So enjoy this beautiful day. I'm in Romania here. The temperatures is perhaps about 14 degrees Celsius now. We have the leaves coming out, beginning to. It's getting greener. The grass is greener. And it's a most perfect Easter Sunday, and very peaceful and quiet here in Romania. You have so many that believe in God and respect God and keep themselves purified as well. So, and it is important, and if it was not so, I would not say these things. It is very important to be pure, because that is your alignment with where you wish to go. So, with that, love, light, and gratitude, everyone, and have an amazing day wherever you may be. Woo! Peace.